Here at the F1 screen. An inside day, just like yesterday. That tends to favor a trading range. Selling the 20 to 25 area and probably buying the 2105, 2110. Looking at the F2 screen. It's a B pattern, but we have recovered. Got a new move up, move out of the middle, starting in K period. And again, failure at 20. So sell 1, 20, 22, sell 2, 25, 21. On the buy side are 10 to 12. And then 5 to 7. I think that's what we're looking at tomorrow. We do have some news. We have GDP, second revision, looking at minus 0.8. Chicago PMI, up a little bit from last month at 53.1. And consumer sentiment at 90.3. My guess is this is number 1, although it is the second release of that number, then 2, then 3 in that order. And it will impact the trading a little bit, but not greatly, in my opinion. Overnight, I don't think we have a lot of news coming out. Greece will be back into it. What are they going to do over the weekend? They have June the 5th, which will be next Friday, to make their decision. We will be rolling to the September contract at the close of business today. In the financials, we need to go to the August contract in gold. I never did see an article on the 7-year auction on how well it was bid, but for the repo market, 5-year paper and less is where the play usually is. And we have had 2, 5, and 7-year auctions were all reasonably good, 2 and the 5 especially, and I don't know what the 7 is. So we got a higher low, higher high. You can see we don't have a lot of trading range right here, and this market is pointed higher on the F1 screen. On the F2 screen, leaning B. So I think we're kind of where we were this morning. Selling failure to take out 28 to 04. And then 7 to 11. The news will impact again tomorrow. Second revision, first quarter GDP, Chicago PMI, and consumer sentiment. We're at 31.5 right now. Because of this weight in this, and end of the week, a little profit taking, so some long liquidations. So we'll put a 25, 21 buy, and then 13 to 17. Looking at the 30-year, definitely a B. The knob spread came in, I think, 1330 seconds today, so there's some pretty good selling underneath the surface. We definitely have a B pattern. Last rotate up stopped at 12. So 11 to 15 is sell 1. That's where first resistance is. We'll make 23.27 sell 2. We're going to skip an area. On the buy side, 29 to 01. And then we'll make it 17 to 21 for buy 2. It's just such a big, fast-moving contract that you got to, if we take out that first level of resistance or support, it has no trouble crossing one level of support or resistance and getting to the third. Okay, gold, pretty quiet. I don't think there'll be a lot of movement in gold until the Greece situation resolves itself, and more and more of the articles are being talked about the Greek exit from the EU, and like I said, because of the pressure on the European Union's banking system, I think the European Union would like to have it done gradually. I don't think they will miss or mind Greece leaving the EU, but they'd like it done in a more orderly fashion, so to speak. So we have a lower high, lower low. This market can still sell. I still think we got pretty good support, 75 to 80, and right now, because of this high volume number, best resistance will be in that 95 to 1200 area. But this screen number 1 says that the market can trade lower. Now, we have a P in a lower market. That's short covering. And we see that on a regular basis. A B in a higher market is long liquidation. If it were short covering and new buying, we would have had a trend day up. And that's a little nuance that a lot of people don't appreciate. It takes short covering and new buying to create trend days. It takes long liquidation and new selling to create trend days. And so we definitely had some short covering to pull us back here. So it's a P, 88 to 79. That's about $10. So 98. I'm going to put our sell up here. I think we can go a little higher because we rejected prices below 85. Well, this 95, 97, sell 1. Obviously, you got to get through 90, 92 to get there. And then 1200, 1202 for sell 2. And on the buy side, we're going to leave it 80, 82. And then 75, 77. Now in London, if we don't get through the 92 level, we can put a short on there. But to me, it looks like it's going to try to trade a little higher. And then we may very well have rejected prices below 83. Looking at crude, had pretty friendly EIA numbers, yet we sold. We've come back a little. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of selling, so some short covering into the weekend. I think would be the biggest dynamic to the long side. I don't see anything really changing all that much in the Middle East. There's a big article out that I posted. Iraq has raised its production some 800,000 barrels, even though the country's coming apart at the seams, or appears to be. So this F1 screen says find a place to sell it. And where do we find sellers? The last rotate up was 58.34. We have the overnight session high at 58.04. Then we jump up to basically 59. So We'll make 58, 58 and a quarter, let them go get stops above 58, sell 1. And then 50 to 75, sell 2. On the buy side, basically 57 took us up, so 57, 57 and a quarter. And it might take a 50 to get in. It just, if we open soft and that 50 area holds up and starts back up in London, that's what would trigger me to get long. And then our 56.50 plus or minus, which worked out pretty well for us today. And last but not least, the euro. Okay, higher low, higher high. This screen tells us to buy it. Just kind of looking at where the break in the volume is. You've got this double print here. J, we got this F low, we got this G high. So looks like pretty good resistance, 109.75 to 110, and 110 obviously is a pretty round number, would be better resistance. And we've got support in our 875 area. So I think we're going to be looking at, pretty much the same numbers we were this morning. So 40, say 50 plus or minus, sell 1. 75 plus or minus, sell 2. And allow them to come back up and retest this low and this single print right here. And there are our overnight highs, so that 50 will be a little bit inside that 50-60. On the buy side, the new move up started in H period at 19, so 109, 109.10 buy 1, and then our 875 for buy 2. And that's pretty much it. Okay, after this weekend will definitely be summertime markets. They slow down to markets really slow down, especially in July and August. Nancy, the carry would be the difference between the August price and the June price. So that's how much you'd figure out what it would be to borrow the money to store gold. I'm sure you're going to utilize that information in your next party conversation. Y'all have a great evening. We've got a couple more days of rain in the forecast, and we're supposed to start drying out. But I sure hope the rain stop down in Texas and Oklahoma. That's a mess. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.